Say hello.
Hello. Welcome to the live. We're here talking about YouTube on easy mode.
This is Courtney, you guys, and I'm Carol.
Right.
Okay, you guys, we had to stop and start the live all over again because, well, we had our camera on. But we're learning.
I like it the other way, just versus how this looks now.
Okay. Anyway.
It's getting dark.
Okay. Well, you might not want to point it toward the sun.
Mm.
Okay. Can you see yourself okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Whatever. Stop saying that. You're an attractive person.
Okay. Where are these retouch buttons? Anyways.
What?
As you were saying.
Retouch button?
Yeah, the retouch button right there.
Live?
Yes.
Oh my God.
You know people be doing stuff. I mean, those that
if
don't.
If you were an ugly person, I wouldn't even ask you to do the live.
All right, let's get down to the key points here.
Okay, the key points. Is YouTube on easy mode?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I mean, I would need to see a small content creator who started at the same exact time as us and see.
Look, there's content creators who started at the same time and they're just ballooning in their subscribers and they're at like 4,000 or 5,000 subscribers. That's what I'm trying to say to you.
Yes.
And they're making more money than we make on our other channel, which is bananas. So they say, talk about your job, be real. You don't have to edit and talk about YouTube because that's what YouTube wants you to do, and that makes sense. But okay, so we're not sure about the easy mode. It sounds like it's easy mode for other people, and everybody's situation is going to be different. And so all we can do is keep doing the best that we can do and keep doing what we do. Mm-hmm. But so we're going to shift this conversation just a little bit because we want to know what kind of work Courtney does and what are the pros and cons. And I guess I won't give you too many questions at one time, but go ahead and go for it.
What do I do?
What do you do for?
I'm a house cleaner.
You're a house cleaner. Do you like it?
I enjoy my job, yes.
Okay.
I help others. I help customers who need help. Sometimes they just want somebody there.
Okay, so they just want conversation.
I think a lot of people need someone there.
Aren't these people generally couples?
Yes, married couples, yes.
And they still want somebody there?
And sometimes they're both either too busy or I guess it's too much house. I don't know.
Okay, but we're talking about, you said they want other people there. So they want other people there because they want to communicate.
They want someone to talk to that probably typically
who at the house.
Yes.
Okay. So that part's fun, but actually cleaning people's toilets and cleaning
everything,
the
floor around the toilet, everything. It could be organizing. It could be doing stuff in the garage, front porch, back porch, laundry. And sometimes it seems like even when you're supposed to be done with the clean, they want to talk. So I've just come to realize that a lot of people just want someone there. Okay. And it's good to have outside people who don't know them probably to give them a different perspective on whatever they think.
Okay, that's something interesting right there. I guess if you're alone, then that's an issue because then if you go to the bank, if you go to the grocery store, or the cleaner comes in and clean your house, then you have someone that you can converse with. I get that part. Yeah. I'm 62, and I could be all right by myself, not talking to anybody but my bestie in the morning before she goes to work. And then if I go to church, then I see them. But as far as people coming over and folks hanging out and all that kind of stuff, or I just really got to have someone to talk to, I'm good.
That's interesting.
Is that not normal?
I mean, I feel like it's normal when you get to probably a certain age, and I think a lot of people do that. But those that I think have health problems or didn't have, I don't know, maybe it just depends on your upbringing as well, too.
Well, I had 11 siblings, so that makes a big difference.
Well, yeah, so you was never alone, and now you get the chance to be at peace in a semi-peaceful environment.
Yeah, because
some days. So
yeah, when you got grandkids around trying to do the most. Okay, so anyway, but back to the job. So so sometimes they just want some company. Maybe they don't really need their house clean. Maybe they just want company.
Yeah. There are some that are like that, but there are some that just can't do what they normally could. So you got some that will want silverware polished, or they want you to run a vacuum off their couches and stuff, like a brand new couch. And it just depends. The bigger and the more stuff in someone's house, the more they're gonna want certain things done, like the silverware polish, the couches cleaned, spotted leather seats, wood polish. Those type of things are harder. So I understand. And it just seems like a lot of the customers I have, one of them is disabled. As far as the couples and stuff like that. One is always disabled, so they're taking care of their spouse, so then they need help. Even I've had customers who even have live-in home health aides who still need house cleaners. And that just depends on, like I said, the bigger the house, the more that they need done.
But do health aides, are they supposed to clean the house? They're there for
they wash dishes, they probably feed the dogs, take out trash,
the lights,
and go grocery shopping, and then we'll come in and do the cleaning. And sometimes they're more frequent. They might be done once a week because of how much is going on. You got horses on ranches. There's just so much that's going on that they need someone on the inside doing all that extra stuff.
Well, what do you like most about this job?
Helping those that need help. I got some customers. There's a particular customer, and I go to her every week, every Wednesday. And she is the one that just wants to talk to somebody. Even though she has children, they're busy. She wants someone to talk to and go over war stories with. And then there's just something she can't get to, like laundry. It's too heavy to bring it in from outside, fold it,
So on that note, I would say, people, don't forget your elderly family members because they need you. Even if it's just to communicate.
Yeah.
But the thing I like about your job is that you have a flexible schedule, and I guess because you know the boss, the owner personally, that the schedule is that flexible.
This particular owner is more flexible than any other boss I've had. I don't know how other companies operate, but I figure if the better employee that you are, the more lenient I would feel like your boss would be. But yes.
Well, being a good employee makes all the difference.
You bring in business, you do and go above beyond. Then when it comes down to what do you need in order to be able to be here for me, so that way, it's a win-win. How can I help her and she helps me?
Right. So. I say that sometimes to you guys, help me, help you. Sometimes I feel like y'all don't do that. But anyway, I digress. So anyway, you've been at this job off and on basically for
8 years.
Wow.
8 years.
Wow. And you really like it. Nothing in your mind says, I'd rather do something different.
I think about it sometimes. I'd probably be like a roadside assisted dispatcher or some sort of dispatcher.
Why?
I think I could do that. Why? Because I can help as far as getting the help. People. I want to help people.
Okay. You would help your mother.
I do
help your mother.
I do.
Help your mother. Anywho, wow.
So
because you know what? Now I worked in the hospital, and I was supervising for Sodexo, and we had to go through. Well, I wasn't really supposed to be doing this part, but I found myself doing this a lot. But I also knew the importance of helping the team members because with the hospital, the turnover rate is so high that you have to get those rooms cleaned as efficiently and fast as you can because emergency room is ready to plow other folks into those rooms, and so you have to get in there and help, which to me makes for a pretty decent supervisor because I didn't mind getting dirty and actually working. And if everybody has the same mind frame and they're not trying to be on the telephone and they're not trying to get paid and not really do the work.
That's exactly what I was about to say right there. That's the biggest problem.
So much easier if you work as a team member. But now when you're working, you're generally by yourself?
I have aimed for working by myself more now, yes.
Okay.
Because of how
easier that way?
It's easier.
But then it takes you longer to get to
It does, but I mean, I'm hourly, so it's all worth it in the end. I get paid more, and I don't have to deal with nobody else who don't want to really do the work.
Okay.
And I know it's done right.
Okay. And then your boss knows it's done
and my boss knows, and the customer knows it's done right.
And the customer knows that's important.
So they can have 2 hours and we get out their house, or they can have a really good job and it just takes a couple hours longer. They pay the same price, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. So they have a flat fee when it comes to the rate that they pay to have their house clean, even if it takes you 2 hours or 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
You can get a lot done in 3 to 4 hours, and then if you have 2 people,
you're steady,
exactly,
and not doing excessive amount of talking.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I mean that's important. Yeah. And sometimes people don't want to hear you yammer on. They want you to do the work and get the heck out.
Yeah. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, let me see. So when they say YouTubers are on easy mode and they just talk about your job, just do 20 minutes telling the people what you do throughout the course of the day or throughout the course of your job, and
yeah.
I just find that really interesting that YouTube would be interested in that. But I see, and I think I believe that people, they love to see other people's lives. They want to see how they're living. Mm-hmm. And, so I can honestly say anything that we have, it's not because of YouTube that we have it. It's because of actual jobs. And going to work from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. and sometimes longer because of overtime is good. It's not even paid. Overtime is good. Mm-hmm. And the holidays are even better. And Sundays are double time. So all of that stuff.
All that matters.
Yeah. So I can honestly say,
if it was really on easy mode, there would definitely be something I would do more often. But
now I'm not saying that we haven't gotten paid from YouTube from the other channel, because we truly have, and we have been getting paid. It's been like a couple of years.
Is the door locked? Is anybody else outside?
No.
Where's Tyler?
He's right here.
Oh, wow. Okay, just make sure the doors are locked, dude. Make sure the apartment door is closed. Okay, the bunny running around.
You better make sure that door is locked. That's what you better do. Okay, y'all, we got 3 little kids here. The twins are 12 and the baby is 7. And soon the baby's gonna be 8 and the twins are gonna be 13. Oh my God. Oh my God. Anywho, well, I just wanted to, I don't know if we resolved any issues in this.
I don't think there's anything to resolve unless someone can come on here and say, oh, this is exactly what I do. This is exactly what I made. This is what you need to do. This is what you need to provide. Which is weird because
wait. So they have said you need to post every day. Okay, so I post every day. And I don't just have 4,000 subscribers on the other channel. I got 133 plus subscribers. 133,000 plus subscribers on the other channel. So, but I don't know what to do, and I'm trying to give it the best that I can. So I am willing to take tips. I'm not willing to pay nobody to help me do my channel because why would I do that? Anywho, I feel like when YouTube puts out a video and says, this is what's happening on YouTube, mm-hmm. and they've got this new thing, or, they want me to do surveys. The surveys are crazy long, but I do them, mm-hmm. and they ask you real questions, and I give them real answers, because, I mean, how would you know? And how is it possible that someone who has, and I keep saying 4,000 subscribers or whatever. I'm just using that number because there's this one guy, he's growing, but It's like, how are you making that kind of money after all the blood and sweat I put into my channel? You know what I mean? How is that even possible? And when I had the animator, you know, I was spending a couple $1,000s a month having videos animated. And so I guess, you know, I just want to know why. I want to understand why. You know, I like my life for the most part, as far as, you know, the level of being comfortable and having my truck and all this kind of stuff. I like all that stuff. I like that I think of big stuff for the kids, and the kids can enjoy and be happy. That I love. You can show the kids. Even though this live is not about the kids.
It is not. I don't even know how to turn this around.
My hair is not done.
Oh no. Let's come here.
Mark, don't come messing up stuff.
Okay.
Oh,
Boo.
Say hi, Mark.
hi guys.
That's one of the twins. Mark.
My name is Mark.
And then there's two other, but
Mark loves the camera. He loves it. I think I would have to say Chase dislikes the camera more than the twins.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But he'll take his own pictures on his own phone, but someone else taking a picture of him is different.
Yeah, buddy. But anyway, we're willing to accept tips and on what to do or what not to do, and all that other kind of stuff. And it's really crazy because doing that children's channel, and then I started the Black channel, but oh my God, I love it. I love it to death. And I get excited. And then when I started working with AI and voiceover and all this kind of stuff, I was like, you know, I would go to bed thinking about it. I wake up thinking about it. I would be on it's 7 a.m. on the computer. And,
yep, that's how it works.
1 a.m. Oh my God, it was crazy. And I was like, okay, you got to get some sleep. You got to stop. You got to have a day off from all of this. But, and I'm making myself now, and I haven't had a day off from it completely, because I will put out maybe just 3 videos in one day instead of 6 videos or 7 videos in one day. But,
Bless you.
anyway, so, but I don't think I'll ever just like, oh, I can't do a video today. I'm just going to relax and watch TV. I can't do it. I can't do it.
That's good, see? It's your dream right there. You meant to be doing this.
I know.
They say if you're thinking about it like that.
But you know what? Exactly. But you know what? Years ago, like, oh God, 14 years ago, I was trying to do a channel. Remember? I don't know if you remember.
I remember.
But yeah, I love it. But see, I draw and I like art and all of that kind of stuff. And so I think all of this just plays a part into it.
Yeah, and then it's benefiting because, I mean, you're also educating children. You know, you're learning a thing or two.
Yeah, I'm
other
learning
channels. You're doing all kinds of things.
I learned a lot. I learned a lot off of this, and I'm just fascinated with the technology.
It's good.
All right, we're gonna sign off. We're gonna call it a day.
I'm gonna go eat because I haven't eaten.
Oh, you're on that.
I'm on a diet.
I
ate late.
I thought
last
this was
night,
a lifestyle. This is a diet.
I mean, it is changing certain habits. Like I don't try to snack at night, but last night I was hungry, but I just had some apples and peanut butter.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna get a bag of chips and munch on the whole bag like I used to. So.
Oh, I didn't know you used to.
I used to. I get a bag of hot fries and.
Oh, it's hard not to eat a.
And now I'm like, nope. I'm gonna just eat 1 apple, some peanut butter. Once it's gone, and take myself to sleep.
Okay, I eat a bowl of cereal, so I don't know if that's good or bad because my milk is 1%, and my cereal is generally not a sweet cereal because I don't like those sweet cereals like that. I will eat cornflakes or Cheerios, and if I have a banana, then I'm really happy about Cheerios. But plain Cheerios, I don't like all that other stuff that they got out there.
They got all kinds of things now.
Yeah, but
so yep. So we out.
We out, you guys. We love you. Thank you for watching.
You gonna say hi, Chase? Nope. Okay. Bye.
This is so funny. I'm good.
I'm good.
Okay.